Hey guys, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Huh? Yeah. We have had a longer day than expected. I think people, Father God, we thank you for this day and this time together. Jesus, we just ask that you protect us all. And we thank you for what you do for us. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. We've had a longer day than we thought we would. Things don't happen like that in real life. I think people still have a TV mentality where they're like, it's whatever is going on, let's hurry it along. No, it was not that easy. We are really tired, so we're going to touch quickly on what happened today. But we thank you guys for praying for us today. You can hear me, right? Clear on Instagram. Yes, thank you. So, we had to get a hold of a few people, and we signed a DNR, also known as a Do Not Resuscitate order. Because of all the threats that's going on, and because of everything that we are trying to do right now, we always prepare for the worst and we hope for the best. We've learned to do that a lot. With everything that you have seen, we've learned to prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and then just see what happens. And all we have is the truth. So with everything that we know of, there was many bids placed for an auction. There are many bids placed for an auction on me, on my programming. It is a lot to explain right now. There's a contract that everybody has, and it runs deeper when it is rooted in trauma. Right now, for you to understand what I'm saying, we all have a social security number. Are you with me? We all have I'm gonna try to help you understand this, because trying to understand demon protocol is a whole hell of a confusion that a lot of people are like, I don't have an overnight knowledge to register all of this. So I understand that. It's been our life. So I'm gonna try to break this down as easy as I can with analogies that I don't even know are about to come out of my mouth right now because I'm exhausted. So thank you for sticking with me. Are you with me? Cool. So we all have a social security number. That social security number is basically our link to the government, right? We all understand this. You are numbered, you are contracted the second that you come out of the womb. Do you understand what I'm saying? When it is rooted deep in trauma, it goes deeper than that. When you have your elite celebrities, it goes deeper than that. You wonder how people act the way they do. People are controlled the way they are. Almost like as deep as Britney Spears' conservatorship, if it helps you understand it that way. There's a contract on everybody that nobody wants to talk about, because when you break it down like that, and when you understand the people that are buying onto your contract, the people that are auctioning, the things that are happening, it'll make you sick to know how much kind of everyday people haven't enabled this for decades. This is an ancient thing. This is nothing.
I don't like this shit. Take it off.
New. This is nothing that's just happened to me. This is something that has gone on for a very, very long time. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does, because I don't know how else to explain it right now.
So, because Allie's trafficked, it doesn't matter that she's been with me for so many years. That contract is still being auctioned. It's still being held. It will always be held. There's no getting around it. There's no... I can't raise enough money to buy it. Like, it belongs to her bloodline. It belongs to the Black Illuminati.
And it goes deeper than that, depending on the auction, depending on the trafficking, depending on the root of trauma, not just trafficking, depending on connections. Everybody has really dark connections that you find throughout your family, and you're like, how the hell did I not know about that? Or, I'm not evil, but how did I not know about this evil connection in my family? And not that they were evil, but they got into some evil things, like maybe Freemasonry or secret societies or things like that, that you're like, I didn't know that my family was rooted in this stuff. I didn't know that I came from this stuff. I didn't know that this is my culture, this is my generation, because I never knew about this part of my life. So again, this is something that has been going on forever, where everybody has their dark roots. Everybody has their generational things that some people are really not even aware of, which I'm not completely aware of. And I know a lot of people are not aware of, because they're like, if I knew that this was in my family, I would have cut off the chain. I would have stopped it right here. I wouldn't have had anything to do with it. I wouldn't have participated in this, or I wouldn't have went over for holidays. I wouldn't have done anything like that if I knew that my family had this secret society or this building in their name that was rooted in evil. I wouldn't have had anything to do with that. So these contracts are very hard to explain, but I don't know how to help you make it make sense, because everybody has a root of this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, everybody has something to do with what this is, and we don't exactly know completely what this is, but everybody has this type of thing, and you may call this, some people call it generational ties or generational curses, and they don't even know that they have them, and they're like, okay, well, how do I break that off, or how do I get rid of that, or how do I even acknowledge that if I don't even know who my second cousin on my third side is? It's not easy to just say who. Does that make sense? Kind of, sort of, maybe. I hope so. So from our knowledge and the attacks and the threats that are going on, again, we're really tired. It's a lot to explain. We signed a DNR today with other angels as witnesses.
So let me back up a little bit, and we'll talk about this more tomorrow when we had a minute. So the threats that were coming over this next weekend at the live event and at the march and all that stuff. 7 bidders put money down. 7 bidders put $330,000 down. I'll let you do the math on that. To come against us this weekend, to come against Allie. Their main, and when I say they're putting money down, they're putting money down for a false flag. So if you remember when we got pulled over and the police came and they searched the car and they brought the dogs, that contract was about $600,000 in comparison to what we're talking about right now. So the main threat was to have somebody prepared to either take a shot at Allie, to stab her, to draw blood, to drop her where she stands during the march. When that happened, there was going to be paramedics and police on scene to force us to take her to the hospital in order to force her into the ICU where I wouldn't be able to go watch out for her. When they did that, they were very giddy. They were very excited because they were talking about dividing her blood up between the 7 buyers.
This weekend is Friday the 13th. I mean, if that doesn't tell you what you need to know, go ahead and look up the survivor.org calendar of satanic rituals.
It was about to be a blood ritual.
This is a lot to take in, but this is our life. This is nothing new. I spent 40 days in a hospital on a feeding tube because of some shit like this. We've already went through this type of thing. So I don't want you guys to be like,
this is not new to us.
This is wild. This is wild to you. That's the problem. This is not new to us. I spent 40 days on a feeding tube, 40 days straight in a hospital because I said no to a pimp. I dropped weight so fast, doctors didn't know what the hell to do. They ran so many tests, they were absolutely confused. I was losing weight so fast, and the poison was eating at my body, and I stayed on a feeding tube for 40 days. You don't understand that we've already went through this. We've already had situations like this where we've had to figure out what to do next, think on our feet, dodge, while at the same time be smart about the decisions that we make, because as you can see, the justice system is rigged, even for our own former presidents, even for our own the people in high credible suits. The justice system is rigged. So what do you think would happen to us if we put out everything? Like we signed something today and it's a legal document, but the notary on it has the state that we're in at the moment. It has the exact location that we signed the paperwork at. So we have to redact that for the safety of those people that helped us sign the paperwork. So you know what I mean? Like, you're not, this is, you guys are looking at this like, oh my gosh, they're talking to us. This is the internet. At the same time, we still have to be careful. There's crazy ass people that are watching this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, yes, you may be sitting here like, I'm listening and I'm absolutely, I'm here with you. And I got you, but there's also people here listening to take ammunition and shoot at us. So you have to understand that too. So we signed this DNR and we can post it for you, but we have to redact the state that we're in right now because we have to start moving out of this area. And the angels that are with us, they signed it. They're on camera. They have insurance videos. They're ready. They stood there and for $3, they witnessed and they signed that paperwork that they stood there and witnessed that. So it is on camera. But even though it's on camera, this is not a reality show. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? This is real life. This is not a joke. So of course you guys are like, well, show us. I can show you, but we're exhausted. We've been running around all day. We had to call doctors before we can sign the DNR to get the notary to be able to say that it's done. And I thank you, Doc, so much for understanding what's going on and taking the time to hear us out and sign the DNR. And being on standby, God forbid something happen. This doc doesn't need credit. This doc doesn't need somebody to pat him on the back. This doctor doesn't need somebody to say, oh, good job. He understands the threat. He understands what's going on. So he signed the DNR. We took the DNR to the notary. And after the notary, then we had to get the witnesses of the angels. The angels had to get off work. Then after they got off work, then we all drove over there. And then we were all able to sign. And by that time, we were all fucking exhausted. It's been a day. It's been a day of anxiety. It's been a day of overwhelm. It's been a day of understanding the threat. It's been a day of understanding how serious this is. It's been a day of understanding how much weight this carries. It's been a day of saying that this is not a joke.
For you moms and dads out there, if you knew the reality of your child being taken back, to be tortured, to be raped, to be brutalized, how far would you be willing to go to protect them?
I would rather die in the hands of an angel that I trust I would rather bleed out on the streets of wherever we're standing this weekend in the hands of angels that we trusted. I would rather the peroxide that we brought from the 99-cent store wash off the streets that we died on. And I would rather say that we stood, and no matter what we stood in, than to go back into a hospital and be put back into my own predator's hands. Do you understand that I wouldn't die if somebody got their hands on me right now? There's things worse than death, and I'm not doing it again. So I would rather die in the hands of an angel that I know, that doesn't need credit, that I know that loves us and cares about us. This event is not, we sold our shit to buy the venue, but angels have pitched in out of their own pockets to buy backdrops, and I was just like, let's just do it. I don't give a shit. There's mics in there, there's a venue in there, and they was like, no, we're not doing it like that. If we're all, I got cotton mouth. I'm like, I can't breathe. I'm really overwhelmed, and it's water. I'll take water. Hold on, water. They were like, we don't care about what is going on. We're not gonna do this tacky, okay? And they were just like, let us help you. So all these angels have came together out of their own pocket to do whatever they can to just make it something that's special. I got a fucking $8 shirt. My mom was able to do my hair. Like, we're not rolling up in our sweats even though we want to, because it's going to be a long event. It's going to be an emotional fucking roller coaster, but we're doing it anyways. And even though it's the most dangerous thing that we can do, we're going to do it anyways. This is not no money thing. Nobody paid for a ticket. There's no general admission. There's no Patreon. Go gifts and go fuck me. There's no
shirt. There won't be any merchandise. There will be no money exchanging hands. You will walk
out of there for free 99 with more shit, because the angels, there was over 200 applications sent out. And it was the most simple process that everybody sent out an application, said, hey, punch in your information, the same that you would do to pay for truth, the same that you would do for that, just punching your information here and let's just go on a live interview. They did that, and you'll see the outcome. But it was just so we can go in person, so I don't have to edit shit again, so people could be on the same page. Once people are on the same page, it is over. Do you understand what I'm telling you? There are people all around the world, nationwide. I don't care where you stand, you looking like some of this dirt don't look right. And for what I'm understanding, this dirt is the same as the dirt over there in the States. It's the same as this dirt over there in the States. And it's the same as this dirt. But everybody else is calling us crazy because nobody wants to realize it. If everybody came together and said, do y'all understand what's going on? Do you understand how much the game is over? If everybody was on the same page? And once people try to get on the same page, then there's a distraction. There's a big elite death, or there's something on the news, or there's a shooting, or there's something so distracting that everybody's just like, look over there, because I admired a character that they played. You don't live in the world you think you do. I know some of y'all are looking at this like, what the hell did I just scroll on? You know, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're sitting here right now that you just the one that just want to fuck with us. If you were paid to gang stalk us, whatever the hell you're doing here, you know that there is not something right with this world. You know it. You know it. It's not crazy. It's not a conspiracy theory. You can't deny it. It's everywhere that you turn, and all roads lead to trafficking. I would rather stand and say, and everybody is just like, but what? I would be so hurt if something happened to you. It's not about me. It's never been about me. It's not about me. It's about the children that are under your feet right now. This is crimes against humanity. We didn't lose our shoes, our keys, our socks. We're not talking about influencing anything. I don't give a shit if you like me. I don't give a shit if you hate me. I don't care what you think. We are not, do you understand? This is not a YouTube video about, I just subscribe here and I'm going to show you the product. I don't give a fuck. Do you understand what I'm telling you? This is not that. Everybody can agree. White, black, brown, green. You believe in Jesus, you a little demon. I don't care what you believe. We all agree that crimes against humanity is wrong. Don't care what you say. Because if it happened to you, it'd be wrong. So don't bullshit me right now. Don't. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. We all know. We all do. The problem is everybody is waiting for somebody to go. You go. You go. You go. When you go, I go. When you go, I go. Actually, just kidding. When a crowd goes, I go. That's when I'll go. When it's more than 1 million people, I'll go. When it's on the news, I'll go.
Be the fucking cheese.
When it's somebody's death that I feel a little bit too related to, I'll go. If it's a little too much for me, I'll go. If it's somebody of mine, I'll go. That's the only problem. That's it. Everybody too busy talking about you go and I'll go. That's the problem. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm so fucking tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. You have no idea. I'm so tired right now. Like my tired is tired. Do you hear what I'm telling you? We are tired. Mama, you tired?
You're tired.
I'm tired. I'm not just sleepy. I'm tired. Okay? There's some victims that are like, it's just numbers. It's just this. You don't understand that I said I was wrong. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I said I'm guilty. I said that shit eats at me every single day. Do you hear what I'm telling you? And I was the one who was abused. So, you know, all these elite celebrities, they can tell you that even though that there's something going on with them, they were the ones that was abused. It still eats at me every single day. Everything that happened to me since I came out of the womb. Do you hear what I'm telling you? So yes, I ignored it for a minute. Yes, I am fucking wrong. Yes, it still eats at me every day. But fuck, I am trying. Okay? So, woo! Fuck. Cuss like a sailor sometimes. You would hate me if you really knew the real me. Sometimes I'm an asshole, and I am not in denial. And I'm trying. You know what I'm telling you? I am trying, and I am not even close to who I was. So that's fine. I am grateful for every piece of everything that I have learned. So we don't go to the hospital, and we signed a DNR, and it's for after the bits that have been happening right now because of everybody being so pissed off for the truth, and pissed off that there's people coming together just for the truth and nothing else. Then we have taken every precaution. We've tried to. We may not have. We're not perfect. If practice makes perfect is a damn lie. No, practice makes progress, because just working around all this bullshit and all this demonic shit, we don't know everything. We just know what we've been through. Okay? If that makes sense. So we've just learned how this works. So it may feel crazy right now. Trust me. But we've already been through some things that we've known that we need to just take every precaution necessary right now in case of something. And you know, for 2 years, some of you have sit here for 3, and we have called things spot on, and you should wonder how. You should wonder how. MK Ultra sucks. It's not interesting. It's not fun. This is not fun. I'm overwhelmed beyond overwhelmed. I'm not suicidal, but this is how people this is how people get off. This is how people just jump. This is how people are just like you know what I'm saying? This is why. This is why there is things still wrong with the world, because people just sweep these type of things under the rug, and they just continue for decades and more decades, and then we just circle back to the bullshit. And then somebody tries to, for $1, you can pay me to be an advocate for you for $7.99, and it's not worth any money. It's priceless to get your ass outside and stand for what's right. That part nobody wants to do. So we're gonna go. We're tired.
Scoot over for a minute, guys. To every one of the 7 people that put money down on Allie's contract, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I've been telling you from day one. Every plan that you make against my kid, you will fail. I want you guys to calculate all the money that you spent planning evil, planning a blood ritual, plotting on her, trying to disrupt the truth. And then let's look at how much we spend. We spent $5 for a notarization, and we played a trump card on your ass.
Not Trump the president.
Not Trump the president. Everything you do will fail.
Hail Mary, come with me. It's a shame when it boomerangs, don't it? Bars. It's a shame.
And if you think I won't sit on that sidewalk and let my kid bleed out to keep her out of your hands, you don't know me very well at all.
We all agree. Every part of us agrees that this is what we want to do. And this is what we're going to do. Because we're going to stand anyway. Now again, we prepare for the worst and we hope for the best. We pray for the best. But we will see what happens.
I want you guys to think about your ambulances. What do you do if you're driving and an ambulance comes through? Do you pull them over to check to make sure somebody is legit in the back? Do you check to make sure they're not being trafficked? Do you question anybody? Or do you move the hell out of the way and let them pass? How do you think trafficking is done in plain sight? Ask the questions.
All roads lead to trafficking. Don't think people are getting that yet. It's not sinking in just yet.
Go back and watch that Anne Heche when the paramedics came for her.
Go check your sports stadiums. I understand they have separate ambulances, but go check that out. We're not stupid. And I don't know who's protecting or running interference right now. Don't play with me. Let's be for real. Maybe I'm gonna scooch over. We talking to you. Let's be for real. I don't know what's going on, but thank you. What's taking so long to push the button? This ain't This is a lot. So, thank you for listening. We're gonna try to go to sleep for a few hours.
Yeah, we're probably gonna sleep for a few hours. We're moving after that. If you are Minnesota Angel, Wisconsin Angel, and Iowa Angel, can you please email us?
Yeah. We'll see what happens, but if you are a victim and you're still listening to this and you're like, so what does that mean for me? Because I know I sometimes, hold on, flag on the play, scoot back over. I want people to break it down for me, like layman terms, like I am 5 years old. Like what exactly does that mean for me? Let's say you're sitting on the other side of this camera right now and you're on your way to work. What you call work, which is not work. Sex work is not work. But if you're on your way to something that you call work, right? And you're like, what exactly, how does that work out for me? I don't know. That's my honest to God answer. And you might be like, all right, I'm going to hang this up. But before you do, I had to make a decision. And I didn't know either. And not a damn thing was put in a memo book. Not a damn thing was written down. It did not go smooth. It was not easy. Not for 2 seconds has any of this been easy. When we got out, when we got clean, the process of getting clean, it has taken years. So what I can tell you is taking a step to get out is the most strongest thing that you can do. And I understand it's going to be the hardest. So before you're like, well, fuck you, you don't understand. I understand how hard that shit is, duh. I completely, and I'm saying it like this because I really think that people don't think that I think that I remember. Because my face is clean. Because I'm not on drugs anymore. Because we're looking at the outside wounds and we're not understanding the inside. So I think people forget or think that I forgot. I did not forget how hard that shit was, and it took years. More people are awake to what's going on than what it has ever been. I don't even know words for how many people are awake to what's going on. I don't expect this weekend to be some miracle or people to be covering the streets. I'm not holding my breath on people getting outside. I'm not stupid that some people are like, yeah, on here, and yeah, we'll do it, and they type it in, and they're feeling some type of way, and they feel hype right now, so they're agreeing with me. I'm not stupid that that's probably going to change in 2 seconds, okay? So for you who are sitting on the other side of this camera that are like, hello, this ain't real life, it's still real life over here. It may not be real life in these comments. It may not be real life to some of these people that are sitting on the other side of this camera that don't understand the seriousness of crimes against humanity, but it's still real life to me. Do you hear me? Do y'all hear me? Can you still hear me? Because I just want to make sure you hear me. I'm not being blocked or censored or shadow banned or shut up or anything. Like, do you hear me still? Did y'all hear that part? So before somebody on the other side of this that has to go to work and sit through nasty stale cigarettes and dried up semen, before you think that I forgot about that shit, I did not. I did not at all. I did not forget about how heavy it is to say no or even flinch wrong for 2 seconds for somebody telling you what they're going to do to you for the night. I did not forget. So if you're sitting on the other side of this device and you're thinking to yourself, fuck you, this is about no, the hell it is not, and it has never been. I did not forget. Just because some of these comments say otherwise, it ain't me. And there are real people out there that understand. They're on their way. And even though that they cannot be there right now, there's some of them that can't be there right now, there's a lot of real people everywhere. All right? I just wanted to say that because I know some people think that like, oh, she forgot. I didn't forget. It's not going to go away ever. 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 So, thank you for listening and for sharing. And some of you are probably looking at this like, I don't even understand. It's going to take a while. It might take a while, but you better hurry up because it's going to come like a flood. And if you don't understand, and if you have no idea what's going on, it's going to hit you upside the face so bad, you're going to be rocking in a corner. You're not going to know what to do with yourself. And those conspiracy theorist friends that you call crazy, yeah, they're going to be looking at you with that look like I told you so. And they might, some of them might comfort you, but some of them may look at you like, fuck you. Because it took you a while. So I'm just saying, if you just got here and you're not understanding what's going on, you might want to get with it, do your research, because it's your responsibility too. So thank you so much for listening. We'll talk soon. Love you guys. Bye.